feel like you disappeared for a whole day, and there's like a air of mystery that various people are asking about.
Who?
Oh, you don't want to know, but they're
I
asking.
mean, we don't have a freaking large circle of people.
Well, they're asking, guy. That small circle.
How did they know that I disappeared?
Well, let's just say a little bird, and by little bird I mean fat bitch, told them.
Why?
I don't know, guy. I was curious too. I was like, is this little guy sneaking away on rendezvous again?
No, it wasn't a sexy rendezvous.
Brad was theorizing that you were doing Casanova shit out there.
Hell no, dude.
No?
No.
Well, he did say it was better now, whatever you were doing, which is true.
Well, I was being social, so yes, better now.
Super better than now, right?
So there is kind of a story there that
Uh-huh.
I'm currently slightly confused about.
Okay.
So there's this couple.
Uh-huh. Thruple.
No, why throuple?
Because you're in the mix now.
I'm not in the mix. There's not like a threesome situation
I'm
going
just
on.
saying, I'm casting sexy thoughts all over this.
They're this weird, super unsexy guy.
Okay, the couple's not hot at all. Got it.
I'm not gonna lie, the dude. I mean, this is gay, but the dude's kind of like, you know, when you like recognize someone like being,
Yeah, that's a handsome man.
yeah, like he's not like conventionally attractive, but I'm like, he's kind of he's got a good smile,
He's got vibes.
like a really good smile, and yes, super good vibes, like super nice, chill. The chick's like mad, like manic, you know, like super like excitable and stuff.
Right. Got it.
Anyway, for some ass reason, they were like, yo, we should hang out. And I was like, all right. You know, I would normally make up some excuse
Oh, yeah.
and
Pal
or be asleep or something. But for some reason, I was like, all right, let's do it, okay? And they showed up and we went to this local toy shop. And the plan was to go out.
Are they locals?
Well, it's funny you asked that because they are from, well, they're like an hour away. They're like at the edge of
Glory?
Glory, yeah, basically.
So it is a thruple situation.
So yeah, they basically drove an hour to pick me up.
Okay.
And then we went, and the plan was to go to the mall, but we ended up just going to that store and eating.
Right.
Oh, man. Well, we went to freaking Dairy Queen.
Oh.
And Dairy Queen's known for their delicious ice creams.
They're dairy, if you will.
They are Dairy Queens. And I got the freaking cheesecake blizzard. Ooh. I was sucking it off. Anyway, I ate that boy. And I completely forgot that I was lactose intolerant. So the entire day, I was thankfully not around them.
Holding him far?
Not around them, no. Because when we got the food and I came home, and so it didn't happen. The reaction didn't happen. But the rest of the day, I was ripping huge fat ass clouds, dude, out of my freaking sphinx. Those sphinx clouds, guy.
Not the rip this kind of ripping fat clouds.
No, dude, ass clouds. Dude, and if they stunk, dude, like freaking rancid butt. I was like, what is this butt stench? So that was the thing. Like, it brought me back. You know, it was kind of like a quick hangout, I guess.
How did it go, by the way?
Pretty good. I mean, I got good vibes from both of them. They're really nice and didn't get killed.
Are they? Well, that's always a plus.
Yeah. My friend was super against it because he's like, dude, they're gonna murder you.
How? Oh yeah, you know the couple sitch is weird. Out the gate.
That's what I was gonna be like. Man, I'm gonna be the third wheel. It's gonna be weird as hell. But
Forget that. That's like murder material for real.
True.
Your friend had a legit reason to be scared.
True.
No, like, you're gonna cover each other's tracks. Couples being crazy. That's a thing.
The most horrifying thing that happened was
your ass goose.
My ass goose, but also their car was really low, so my knees were exploding every time I had to get in and out. So that sucked.
Was it a lowrider?
Basically, no, it's like an older car, but it was like one of those low ass boys. Whew. Anyway, my hole was being destroyed all day. Later that day, the dude was like, "Yo, pretty cool guy. Can we pick you up?" Or they kept saying kidnap, you know, jokingly, obviously. But like, can we pick you up on Friday? And I was like, hell yeah, boy.
Okay.
Cut to Friday. Well, haven't heard from them.
Classic.
So that's cool. And well, let's just say Friday came and went, and there was nothing heard. To this day, I haven't heard shit.
I feel like they're out killing, guy.
You think they're out killing? They got caught?
I think they're killing, dude.
I did send a picture of my dog today, and the chick was like, "Oh, she's super cute," but that's all I've heard. Nothing else.
That is a curious conundrum.
It's a curious thing. And
curious killer conundrum, if you will.
And she was all like, she met my mom, and you know, they were like, "Yeah, your mom's super cool." And like she was like, "Oh, we should freaking do it again," and cut to nothing.
Hmm.
So I'm very confused.
Well, what do they do
What do you mean? What do they do?
besides kill?
Well, like work.
Yeah, work.
So she's doesn't work because she gets her. She's a widow,
Okay.
so she gets what a survivor's
How old is
benefits.
she? 80?
No, she's 32.
You sure her name's not Bertha or Agnes?
Agnes Abercrombie. No, well, she was married and her husband died. I wanted to ask, but I didn't.
Okay,
I
married,
didn't.
but husband died.
And
Probably
so-
killed him.
So they left, the survivor's benefits to her, so she gets that, and she's got 2 kids, so she has to take care of the kids.
Okay,
And the dude works as like a mechanic for buses,
interesting.
so that's why he's busy, obviously. But they said, "I'll pick you up on Friday and your shift." I was like, "Oh, woo!" No, I didn't do anything weird, shockingly.
Okay. Besides fart all day
Besides
long.
Rip Mad Goose, and they seemed really like, "Oh yeah, dude, we got." So I don't know what's going on now with this chick, which is the one I've been talking to mostly
Okay.
before this. I barely met him. She would do that. Like you'll talk to her, and then you won't hear for like a week, and then she'll come back.
Okay.
So that's kind of normal. But the fact that the dude was like,
Well, he's the busier one of the two.
true,
And he did say we might be busy.
true.
And by we might be busy, he meant we're
We're gonna
be killing
ghost her. Right?
people.
We're gonna ghost your bitch ass, your farting ass.
What was your Mexican friend's reaction?
Oh, she was
AKA Joe Camel, her name is.
super. Oh man, you're gonna have to insert that again.
Why not answer it
You're
again?
gonna have to answer.
What is this freaking face?
I don't know, dude. I hate it. She was super against it. Now, part of it was.
What about after you told her the details? What was her response to that?
Well, I told her that they didn't show up Friday, and she's like, "Good." I was like, "God damn."
Hey,
Now,
she's
to
got
be
intuition.
fair, she'd be mad hating because we're like only friends,
Right.
Only friends, a crappy offshoot of OnlyFans. So she's like, "Oh man, this boy gonna replace me again." But no, I mean, she was hating. I'll say that. Mom was kind of super sus too until she met them, and then she was like, "Oh, they're pretty cool."
Oh, some charming ass killers out there.
I feel like if you kill me, you're lame as shit. Right?
It's a lot of meat, guy.
Wait, they're can?
So they might be trying to eat.
You think they're cannibals, guy?
Army Hammer is a cannibal. Why not them? Yeah, that is pretty weird, man. The whole situation stinks.
Sting? It stinks now?
Stink. I went out on a date.
Oh, what the?
It's been a while, as you know. I just didn't want to re-enter the scene. But then this opportunity came up, if you will. And I was like, I'm not getting younger. I'm certainly not good looking.
No, you're pretty good looking.
No, well, I'm saying I'm not going to get more good looking. This is pretty much it
you're
right
gonna
here.
look like dog shit in
Mad doggy.
2.2 years.
I wouldn't even say there was like any chemistry or anything in the sense of, knowing someone. It was just like, oh, we have similar interests. She put down mad hint. I want to see this. I was like, oh, I already seen this. Pretty cool. I'll see it again, though, if you want.
I want to see it.
And she was like, it was jokey, by the way. Joker 2, to be precise. A.K.A. the movie everybody but us hates.
Yeah.
We love unrepentantly. So I pick her up, right? And, when there's just like a casual conversation, the kind of like general, like little exchanges that you do when you first meet someone in the flesh, which was the case here. There was that, and there wasn't enough time to really chart anything at that point because the movie was literally like almost gonna start.
Yeah.
So, and me, bro, I was like, you
you're
can't
gonna-
talk during the movie game. So maybe that put the kibosh on it right then and there, but I don't think so. I was just like, I hope I don't have to say this, but she was mad quiet during the movie, right? So that's cool. That part's cool.
Green flag?
Huh?
Green
Green
flag?
flag, yeah. You're not talking during the movie. That's a serious green flag. So whatever that's done, and I'm like, oh, I might as well just, this is casual type of a scenario, right? As casual and generic a date as you can get. Movie, and maybe we'll eat, hang out at the mall because the theater's in the mall. Or this one was anyway. So I was like, let's just do that, right? And that's when it was weird.
Oh, man.
This girl's conversation game is colorectal.
Dude, that's...
It's bad.
I gotta freaking interject here real quick.
Go ahead.
I've been on the freaking dating sites, you know, the OK Cupids and the grinders and all that.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And freaking everybody online, mostly women, have anal conversation skills.
Yeah.
You give them a literal freaking... You serve them on a platter conversation. You know, like this is... I'm giving you ends here, lady. Perfect ones, and you get freaking one-word replies. Guys.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Anyway,
there
was my little incel rant.
No, I mean, you're right, but really... It's,
and here's the thing. I told my friend about it. She even said you should make a video about it. My Mexican friend, the Joe Camel.
The Joe Camel?
She was like, yeah, dude, chicks freaking suck at talking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to generalize, but there's... I'm very lucky to have female... I mean, you too. Female friends that are good conversationalists.
Yeah. But it's rare.
But it is rare. And especially if you're on the dating crawl, which I wouldn't even say it was dating crawl. It's just a conversation that happened.
Normal crawl.
It was normal crawl. And here's the thing. This is where I was going to go. During our online conversation, it was fine, man. Mutual interests. You know, she's a movie nut. Blah, blah, blah.
See, that's interesting because that's usually the other way around.
Right.
It's usually anal, freaking suck ass juice.
And then online they're a little bit more...
No. I mean,
offline they're a little bit more
relaxed.
A
little more relaxed.
Right.
That's kind of how it is with my friend from Dallas. I mean, I wouldn't say she's anal online, but she's very to the point.
Right.
Whereas in person, she's like, mega
chatterbox.
Mega chatterbox.
Yeah.
But then once I met her, I was like, okay, that's just how she is. I get it.
Right.
You know.
So this girl's the exact opposite of that. So like online, it was just like, oh, this is a cool person. Now I know what you're thinking. Did she know what you look like? Yeah, she knew what I looked like. What am I gonna do? Drop this visage? Drop this nuke on somebody's face?
That's
no.
Nuke.
It's just like, look, bro, this is who I am. Just so you know, I don't want to show up and you be like, what the fuck?
She's saying weenie pig.
Straight 4 foot
It's foreskin.
Foreskin. No weenie pics, thankfully. But I was like, just straight up. And she didn't even drop no damn picture game.
Oh shit.
You know, not in a pointed way. I was just like thinking like it would have been nice if you reciprocated, but I don't care, right? So no, that wasn't an issue. You know, I mean, she knew what she was getting into, or not apparently. But anyway, and again, there was no telling signs before, but it was after. You know, I mean, the easiest segue from a movie is like, well, what'd you think? You know, let's go off that and let's bounce from there, and you know, you can make conversation out of anything, or at least I'm pretty decent at that, right? This girl was prohibitively quiet, dude, and they weren't like ass yeses or nos, but that's all I was getting basically, or you know, like eye contact game was freaking asshole juice. So it's hard to read someone, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what is this, man? You know, and I'd be like, well, you want to get something to eat, you know? And she was like, yeah. But where, bitch? I'm thinking, you know, like, what the fuck? We got options here, you know?
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, how about here? Yeah, it's fine. Okay, what the hell? Also, by the way, really quiet. So my hearing game sucks. Yes. I got a busted eardrum.
Busted O-ring.
Busted O-ring. That's not related to hearing at all, but I just felt like I need to drop that nuke.
No, did you tell her about that? You opened with it's Ahab busted O-ring.
That's my last name. But yeah, man, got a busted eardrum, and my hearing just sucks. You know, from years of you know, not treating my ears well. But anyway. So I'm like, what is this? Is she saying something else? You know, when you get the feeling that something else is being said, but you're not sure because what the hell? Who speaks that low? And just like a real, like, aloof nature. So, you know, I'm just like, look, man, I don't mean to cut this off, but I gotta go to work, which I didn't. You know, I was like, yeah, you know, cool if I drop you off?
Oh man.
And she was like, yeah. So I dropped her off, right?
And you just were like this.
No, not even. I was more like confused, right? I was like, what the freaking hell is going on, bro? So anyway, whatever. Day passes. I should say. Well, night passes. I should say. Evening and night pass.
Mm-hmm.
And in the morning, I get online and I go and check, and I have a lengthy message.
Oh shit!
Right. And in this message, she profusely apologizes
Uh-huh.
for the way she behaved, for lack of better words. And she basically says that she's like super socially awkward, right?
Mm.
And she told herself, she said, I told myself I was gonna not be that way, but in the situation, I would just couldn't.
It's understandable, yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I said, look, man, no pressure, We can talk on here, or if you don't want to talk, that's cool. I mean, you can be direct with me. You don't have to. I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm just saying there's no pressure, And she's like, no, it's just this, I would like to try again. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, man. So whatever. We leave it on that, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I'm at work, I'm batting this concept, if you will, that happened to me off my coworker, who is a chick, right? And she's like, what the hell? She's also like mad confused by the whole scenario. But then she hears that part and she's like, oh, that's kind of sweet, So she's like, well, what are you going to do? I was like, well, I left the door open, right?
Uh-huh.
So it happens again. We were just kind of conversing online. And again, she's laying down mad hints, guy. And I'm like, okay, this is unmistakable, right? Now, I wish I could have batted it off someone at that point, but I didn't want to.
Unclick.
I didn't want to say. I didn't even want to talk to my coworker about it. But I just kind of did, because sometimes you just gotta fill space at work, So I didn't want to talk to anyone about it, because really it didn't. And this kind of sounds kind of bad. It didn't mean anything to me, because I didn't really know her other than the brief conversation, right? So it felt kind of pointless to say anything. But anyway, whatever. I was like, maybe I should. Maybe I'm reading this wrong, but I don't think I am. Not that out of practice, whatever. Anyway, so I pick up what she's putting down, but now I'm putting down.
Mm-hmm.
So she just like straight up like, you want to try this again, basically, right? And I'm like, okay, well, there's just no mistaking that. Or so I thought.
I also gotta say, I gotta give you a little bit of shit. Joker 2 is what you're going to see.
Well, that's what we were talking about.
Most depressing movie.
The conversation we were talking about was movies in general. That came up. We were talking about that. She expressed an interest in seeing it. I said I have seen it. And kind of like, expounded on my thoughts on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's pretty clear how dour the movie is,
Apparently it isn't. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. It's a tragic film.
Mm-hmm.
And we mean that in the sense of cinema, not in the sense of people crying about it. But anyway, so she knew that.
Yeah.
Her choice, she could have picked anything else.
True,
I even gave her the second option, like, oh, you sure you want to see that? I'm up for anything else. She was like, yeah.
All right.
So anyway, otherwise I'd agree. But anyway, so now she it's clear as day. She laid it out.
Laid the goose out.
So laid the goose. So again, same scenario. So that's what you want to do. Go see a movie. Okay, cool. And dude, god damn it, this stinks my fucking butt dry. I don't even know what that phrase is, and it does it. So I go and pick this chick up, or I go to pick this chick up, I should say. And I drive up, and I also told this part to my coworker later, and she was like, "Who does that, guy?" I would have straight up not come out. But the first thing I do when I drive up is honk.
Oh man!
But anyway, I mean, obviously, I realized that that's not the way to go, right? Mm-hmm. So I honked twice, and then like a tit, But then I got down immediately.
The classic
tit guy.
That sug.
I got
you,
down.
by the way, I gotta give you shit because you're always like, who does that when people honk outside?
Yeah. I mean,
to be fair, you don't have phones.
That's what I told my coworker, and she's like, and also I was like, come on, bro. The first time was bad. I deserve at least a little leniency on a little honk.
Wait, did you honk the first time?
No.
Okay. I'll give you that.
So I feel like I earned a honk or two.
Yeah.
A toot, if you will. But anyway, I fucking tooted the honk, the horn, not my ass.
That was me on Wednesday.
Anyway, I tooted, man, and when immediately got out, went up to the door and knocked. and chick does not come to the door. Who comes to the door? Any guesses?
Some guy. Burly
some
ass.
freaking abuelita ass.
Oh, okay.
Some old lady.
Yeah.
Which I hope is her grandmother, otherwise she had her kid mad old.
Yeah.
And she says, no, mijo. Well, I asked, is Vero here? She's like, no, mijo, no va a poder ir. She's not going to be able to go, right? And I was like, okay, drove all the way out here.
That stinks.
So that fucking sucks, because I made sure before I left,
Yeah.
So I'm just like, so I get back in the car, and I don't know what the fuck. And, I like you, haven't heard anything since.
Classic, man.
So I don't know if it was the honk or
Nah, it wasn't the honk.
My coworker theorized.
I'm sympathetic because social situations are hard for some people.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, come on, guy, we drove all the way over there, guy. Give me a little gas money at least.
Long drive, guy.
Give me a little gas money.
And that day I had to use my vehicle, which is mad freaking gas guzzler. So I hated it.
What were you gonna say?
I don't know.
Coworker.
Oh yeah. So I when I told my coworker all this scenario, she had various theories throughout the whole process of telling her the tale 1 and tale 2, right? But she just suggested. Well, once when she heard the honk thing, she was like, "You don't honk, man.
You don't honk." Eh?
And I was like, "I'm just gonna make a note about that. Don't honk. Bad news. Unhonk, if you will." But she goes, maybe the grandma being old and more used to a traditional way, she heard the honk. She's like, "Hell no,
damn,
this ain't happening, boy," and intercepted. But I'm more prone to her first theory, which is just this girl is just mad. Socially awkward, and it just got embarrassing at that point, maybe, or too much. I don't know. She goes, and then she tells me, she goes, "You can be very intimidating," and I'm like, "Damn, girl, what the hell?"
I don't think so.
And I'm like, but she didn't mean like in a scary way.
Yeah.
She says you seem really confident. I'm like, I said, "Girl, this is unconfident me." So. That's bad news.
There's a lot of uns.
There's a lot of unconfidence, unconfidence. So that's not good, Well, unconfident seems confident.
The thing is when you're kind of like that, like a little weirdo, social weirdo, confidence is scary.
Yeah.
On someone else because you're like, man, I'm not up to par.
Yeah.
I'm freaking gonna fail here. So I get that. I get what she's saying.
So I don't know, man. All I'm saying is that there's really no room to fail with me.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're
Al Smith. Dude, you gave Al so many chances, to be fair.
Even then, that shows you how open I am. So many years of chances. And this turd just sucks.
Shat in your mouth, guy.
But anyway, then he gets mad that I shit in his mouth. And he's like, "What'd you expect, guy?
You shat
I've
in my
been
mouth.
eating your shit for fucking years." So yeah, anyway, that was a thing. Classic. But I was telling my coworker, I'm okay. I don't feel like messed up about it. Because I think in the end, it's better that it happened this way. Because I had no investment in it. I did it because I could. And because I was like, like I haven't done this in forever. I feel like I should. But not for the right reason. And in case you were wondering, kind of a little hottie guy.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, homie.
So, anyway, that's a thing that happened. Thoughts?
Hate that.
Mm-hmm.
Also hate this. These freaking fools not answering, man. What the shit? Does that?
Give them some time, man.
I'm gonna give them time, man.
That or they're killers and you're escaping a bullet.
Yeah.
I feel like the killer theory is more viable.
Why does everybody assume they're murderers?
It just feels killery, guy.
Why?
Killery duff, even.
I feel like they would have murdered me the first time.
Nah, they gotta ease that boy in.
Also,
maybe they were like, "We're gonna need a bigger boat."
That's true.
Huh? I mean, theirs was tiny and low.
Did I do a fat? No, I don't have a fat angle on my Facebook.
Fangle?
The classic fat angle where you make yourself look thin.
All the way up here?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting killer vibes, guy. I don't know
why. Why is everybody getting killer vibes?
I don't know, guy. Maybe it's true.
I do say that it is a little weird to just be like, "Yo, let's meet like so quick."
ASAP.
And she was like, "Yo, I know it's weird, but that's just how I." And she is very like excitable and like bubbly. I was kind of like,
well, You know, the last bubbly chick that I knew,
Oh man, that's a good point.
she was interesting
It
character.
wasn't great.
Yeah. So
It might be killers.
it might be
I will
killers.
say that the dude kind of gave me you vibes.
Oh yeah.
As in like, I don't know. It's hard to describe. You're not very silent, but he's pretty quiet.
Right.
But just like the calmness that he has, you know how you sometimes have that calmness
Right.
of you. Kind of like similar. I don't know. I can't describe it. But yeah, I kind of like really vibed with the dude. Weirdly,
You're getting.
it was just cool. It was like a calm dude. It was just kind of along with the ride, man.
balls deep in the dude, man.
Balls deep in him. I will say that I wasn't mad weird or anything. You know, like usually I'm mad awk around people.
Or
I was pretty comfortable.
Conversational?
Yeah, I was super conversational. That's why I'm kind of like, what the shit? Man? I would get it if it was normal me, because that guy sucks.
no.
God damn, boy.
Well, you know, I'm that guy that's like, hey, what's up? And you're like, and then you just, you know, it's just kind of like,
Like Homer into
you go Homer into the edge,
Yeah.
only into the darkness of your room.
Yeah.
Man, what is this guy, man?
I'm
This
not
guy
gonna lie,
stinks.
I got a freaking chair recently, a comfortable chair, and I've been in my room a lot more really.
Yeah, a chair will change your life.
Dude, that chair's pretty rad.
The chair I have,
Farting into it.
dude, I love that chair, dude.
Love that chair?
Sometimes I prefer to sleep in the chair over the bed.
Sleep in the chair?
I love it, man. It fucked up my back, but I love it.
Yeah, that's not good.
Anyway, this is a weird
Yeah,
thing, but I guess potentially good.
I don't know.
I don't know. Mine's not going anywhere, and I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, and that was the thing. Thoughts on that? We're out.